Good evening. Tonight's short scary story is about flesh, the self. But do be warned, it is grotesque in many ways. Author name, Hyper Obscura. Story title, Beyond the Within. It all started with the scab. Wasn't a big wound either, you see. Just scraped myself turning a corner too quickly, dragging my left arm along a brick wall for a split second. A thin vertical sliver on my forearm, hardly even noticeable. I don't know what came over me, but I sat there staring at it, transfixed by its near-perfect symmetrical shape, like it held some deeper meaning I wasn't capable of understanding yet. Like an alluring promise of something more, something esoteric and beautiful, something lurking just beyond the depressing limits of the human mind. So I dug my fingernails into my skin, grabbing the end of the scab between my thumb and index, and pulled it gently upwards. The wound, the crevice, previously held together by the organic band-aid, started opening again, unfolding like a flower, or a book perhaps. Blood started pouring from the wound, like a stream or river overflowing. Sure, there was pain, but the mental torment of an unwanted existence, void of any tangible autonomy, far outweighed the physical aspect of it. I reached into the wound, pulling at the edges of it, widening the chasm of flesh and muscle, fingers wrapping around stringy tendrils and sinew, violently pushing bone and tissue aside in my search for an answer, any answer to the why, and the how, and the where. I had my entire arm up in there, up to my shoulder, before I realized it wasn't going anywhere. Or maybe it was going everywhere? The wound was bottomless, a comforting pit of lukewarm flesh and blood, pulsating like a womb, the spongy leathery walls contracting to the rhythm of my heartbeat. I could go inside of myself, crawl into my own wounds, taste the black cysts and tumors, eat them, eat the rotting infestation, and by doing so, purifying myself, purifying life itself. I pulled out, reflecting now on what lies within, what lies beyond the within. I found a knife, standard kitchen knife, and cut open new tunnels, new holes, new portals. Every fleshy slit a new dimension, a passage to burrow into, every oozing wound offering new answers, answers to questions we've never even thought to ask. Can't you feel it? Fingernails clawing at muscles, a mouthful of blood, writhing your own way through organs and guts, suffocating slowly as you dive deeper and deeper into yourself. I can show you, show you how to get there. Enough of your psycho shit, Crane. What happened to your wife and kids? What did you do to them? Haven't you been listening to a word I've said, detective? It's all in there, all the answers. I set them free. I showed them the way. They're all on the other side now. I put them there. I put them inside me. Within the beyond. Beyond the within. Personal thoughts. Well, Crane was definitely correct. This man is a psycho, ripping a scab and going all the way inside himself, figuring out portals of flesh. And did he really do that? Did he really put his family, or parts of them, inside him? Ugh. I will pass on that, definitely. But at least he did confess, in a way. By setting his family free, quote unquote, he'll be locked up in a psychiatric ward.